Well, it's been so heartbreaking stories emerging from Texas, United States, where 4 girls missing from a summer camp were found dead as a desperate search for dozens of other campers continues after devastating floods, which has killed at least 51 persons. The death toll rose to 51 as of Saturday afternoon, as a result of what Texas GOP Congressman Chip Roy called a once-in-a-century flood. At least 15 children are among those dead. As of Saturday morning, at least 850 had been rescued from or evacuated, officials said. There are also 27 girls still missing from Camp Mystic, an all-girls Christian summer camp along the Guadalupe River that was ravaged by the floods, officials said. Chief of Texas Division of Emergency Management, Nim Kidd, says the entire river is being searched, with boats, ground crews, and air assets conducting searches. President Donald Trump has described the flood as terrible and shocking. He agreed to provide Texas with federal emergency aid. I mean, this was so devastating to see. Yesterday, as a parent, my heart broke. Can you imagine sending your children to a camp and only to find out that, these floods have taken them away? The children and the families, our hearts go out to them. I mean, this is not the sort of stories that we even hear from Texas. I mean, only recently they're saying that about, Texas in that area have noticed about a 20% increase in rain. Some, I believe weather analysts have said, or climate experts have said that it's because of the climate or the warm terrain that is causing the sort of rain that they're seeing in the area. It's good that President Donald Trump has said that he's going to offer aid. We know that, there's been some funding cuts, especially to FEMA. I believe that this might, reduce the sort of immediate response that we may see. But they're still searching for girls, and it's such a heartbreaking story, Steve. Really.
Absolutely. I mean, such a heartbreaking story. It's an understatement, in my opinion, for President Trump to say that it is terrible. It's shocking, it is, but it's a lot worse than that.
Yes.
And like you said, Oji, I hope that he will do a lot more in terms of federal assistance, and also, more importantly, in terms of rethinking some of the policies that he has adopted since he came on board in January, particularly in the areas of, defunding FEMA and all other agencies of government. You may be interested in cutting waste, everything through DOGE, but then when in the areas where it involves safety and lives of people, you should be careful. In aviation, for FEMA, etc., he will need to rethink some of these things. 51 people is a whole lot, is a whole lot to die in such a terrible manner. About 27, I believe, girls still missing. But this is America. Institutions are there to assist families, to assist the camp itself. And I think that there will be 1 or 2 lessons to learn, particularly by our own agencies here, in terms of the sort of attention that you give to meteorological details, and then believing in science, so that you don't think that, everything is normal, it's just rain. But then why do we experience this sort of a thing? Even in Texas, you said, it's not common in Texas, but then, it is, exactly. So that's my point, that, when it is a bit recurrent, then it means that strategies must change so that you will stop this sort of devastation that takes life.
Absolutely. I think for me, what's profound is the governor, Greg Abbott, putting out a disaster declaration. Now, we've often spoken about floods happening across different areas within Nigeria and the importance of it going beyond just a headline. Now, what this disaster declaration basically is it's actually a formal document. It's a legal entity that ensures that people are aware that this area is currently going through a disaster or is prone to disasters at this time. It unlocks insurance, it unlocks aid as well, and it's not permanent. It's only for the duration of that emergency. I think that's one of the quick ways that we see the governor responding to this. He's expanded the number of counties within Texas that have been that have this disaster declaration, and I think for Nigeria, our NEMA, that is, can also take a look at the response to this emergency within Texas.
Response is always very important. Yeah,
response is very important. Yeah, we can take a look at how Texas and the U.S. in general is responding to these floods. We've recently spoken about floods happening here in Nigeria as well, and the importance of it going beyond. This governor went to pay a visit to say we are sorry for your loss, and we're basically just consolidating and showing solidarity and support for you. It needs to go beyond just showing up, making visits, making headlines. People need to see physical, tangible effort to make sure these things do not happen again. And I think that for me is the key takeaway. But of course, our heart goes out to the family of those
Absolutely.
beautiful, beautiful girls. We've read some of the things the fathers said, describing the children. The parents are actually helping with the search as well. I think that for me was very, very heartbreaking to know that you may or may not get your child alive. Must be the scariest thing in the world to imagine.
Absolutely. 850 people were evacuated in that area. Our hearts go out to their families, and the young girls that have passed, may their souls rest in peace.